Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is agent at work. Liverpool want to act quickly to secure major contract agreement at Anfield. Liverpool are understood to be keen to act quickly to extend the contract of one crucial figure at Anfield. Several Reds players are into the final 9 months of their current deals, most notably Ibrahima Konate and Andy Robertson, and the following summer sees Arne Slot's existing agreement reach its conclusion. The Dutchman signed a 3-year deal when he began his reign as head coach in June 2024, and he's already nearly halfway through that, having emphatically won the Premier League title at his first attempt. Liverpool want to act quickly on new contract for Slot. In a reader's Q&A for Mail Sports Liverpool Confidential, Lewis Steele was asked when the 47-year-old will sign a new contract at Anfield. The journalist responded, "It is on the agenda and something his agent, Rafaela Pimenta, is working on." Fans will recall Jurgen Klopp, who joined 10 years ago this week, was already in negotiations with Mike Gordon by January 2016. Liverpool want to act quickly here, otherwise they risk Slot entering his last contracted season next year. Confidential would be surprised if the head coach has not agreed to a new deal by then. When we asked him about it back in May, he seemed keen, and did not deny talks had taken place. It seems inevitable that Slot will extend his contract at Liverpool. Although Slot has come in for a bit of criticism recently amid the Reds' sequence of 3 successive defeats, his job is one of the most secure of any manager/head coach in world football. Over the past year, much of the contractual attention has focused on Mo Salah, Virgil van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold, with the former 2 penning extensions at Anfield, and Richard Hughes' attention will be trained on hopefully securing new deals for Konate and Robertson in the coming months. However, the most important man of all to tie down for the long term is the 47-year-old, who'll surely be much sought after if his future is still up in the air this time next year. From Steele's update, it appears as though the wheels are in motion behind the scenes to sort out a new contract for Slot which to keep him at Liverpool well beyond 2027, and there also seems to be a desire from the Dutchman to extend his current deal. Hopefully it won't be all that much longer before the club announces a fresh agreement with the head coach which will see him stay put at Anfield for a few more years yet. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our second news is Liverpool have identified a key target for January transfer window. Liverpool weigh up January push for Ousmane Diomande amid Konate uncertainty. Liverpool's defensive planning for 2026 appears to be well underway as doubts continue to grow over the future of Ibrahima Konate. His contract is set to expire in less than 9 months and interest from Real Madrid refuses to go away. Until a renewal is secured, Anfield Chiefs are right to explore successors. Mark Guéhi remains admired after a deadline day attempt was blocked by Crystal Palace, but with his name attracting widespread attention, Liverpool are sensibly lining up alternatives. That is where Ousmane Diomande enters the frame. Fishages report that Liverpool are prepared to move in January for Sporting Lisbon defender Ousmane Diomande. The 21-year-old is described as a key target and a long-term solution thanks to his technique, physical ability, and quick adaptation to the pace of Europe's elite. He has also been labelled a monster in Portugal for his imposing style. Chelsea are monitoring developments, but internal confidence at Liverpool is said to be growing that Diomande fits the profile perfectly. Sporting will not sell cheaply and negotiations with Portuguese clubs are rarely straightforward, yet the timing of Konate's contract impasse may tempt the club to be proactive rather than reactive. Why Diomande fits the blueprint. Liverpool's recent transfer strategy under Richard Hughes has prioritized players with tactical versatility, athleticism and maturity beyond their years. Diomande ticks each box. His recovery pace mirrors Konate's best traits while his passing range allows him to step confidently into midfield during build-up phases. Standing at 6 feet 3 inches, he relishes physical duels but is equally comfortable defending large spaces. That blend is vital under Arne Slot who demands front foot pressing, yet also relies on defenders capable of controlling transitions in isolation. Planning ahead rather than scrambling later. Liverpool have learned the value of long-term squad mapping. Losing a starting centre-back on a free transfer would represent poor business, especially one acquired for significant money. If renewal talks with Connate stall, a decisive stance in January could protect squad continuity. The club have been criticised in previous cycles for waiting too long to replace aging or unsettled players. Moving for Diomande early would reflect a shift towards more assertive succession planning. With multiple clubs circling, hesitation could be costly. Liverpool fans will be keeping a close eye on this story. Connate is adored when fit, but his availability record has always been a question mark. If he is genuinely entertaining a move to Real Madrid, then replacing him with someone of Diomande's profile makes complete sense. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC. Our third news is Florian Wirtz makes sad transfer claim and tells Liverpool where best to play him. Florian Wirtz has struggled to hit the ground running at Liverpool following his £116 million move from Bayer Leverkusen, but the German has hinted at what needs to change. Florian Wirtz has yet to hit his stride since joining Liverpool from Bayer Leverkusen in an £116 million deal this summer. The German playmaker hasn't made a goal contribution in the Premier League so far, leading to intense scrutiny and a host of pundits weighing in on his performances. The reigning Premier League champions have also been off their game, losing their last 3 matches before the October international break, which has only amplified the criticism. Arne Slot's deployment of the 22-year-old has also sparked much debate, with the wider football community in disagreement about where Wirtz should be best positioned on the pitch. So far in his Liverpool career, the midfielder has mainly played at number 10, but he's also been put on the left wing on a handful of occasions, including in the Reds' loss to Crystal Palace. Among the multitude of pundits debating Wirtz's role, there's a fairly even divide between those insisting he must play at number 10 and those adamant he should be used on the left wing. Clearly, until performances improve, neither Slot nor Wirtz can come out on top. However, the German player does have his own preference when it comes to his favorite position. Sorry to let down those hoping to witness the 22-year-old feature on the left flank instead of Cody Gakpo, but he has made it crystal clear that his preferred role is through the middle. Wirtz recently spoke exclusively with Sky Sports for a special feature interview, where he reacted to video messages from his nearest and dearest about his journey thus far ahead of his switch to Liverpool. 2 of his FC Köln youth coaches, Martin Heck and Marcus Dawn, both featured in the piece, with Wirtz acknowledging them both for the part they played in his development. And having secured the German championship with Köln under-17s in 2019 under Heck's guidance, Wirtz revealed how both helped bring out his finest qualities. He, Heck, was just always there for us, motivated us, especially for me, he remembered. He gave me the freedom on the pitch. He put me in the position where I have to be, like behind the striker on the number 10, and just gave me the freedom. Marcus was the same. There I was even captain in the second year in the under-17s. They were coaches that gave me the confidence that I need, that I can just play my own game and be the best version of myself. Meanwhile, in one of Dawn's video contributions, the coach revealed details of one discussion he once had with Wirtz and how it only reinforced his conviction that his fellow countryman was bound for the very summit. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC. Our fourth news is how Alexander Isak's Eritrea could influence Super Eagles World Cup ticket chase. Eritrea, the homeland of Alexander Isak, might just become the unseen reason the Super Eagles qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, soccernet.ng reports. Earlier, Eritrea withdrew from the 2026 World Cup qualifiers, as confirmed by FIFA in 2023, reducing the number of teams in Group E to 5, Morocco, Zambia, Congo, Tanzania, and Niger. Meanwhile, the East African country may not be competing in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers, but its absence could impact Nigeria's route to the tournament. Interestingly, The small African nation also happens to be the ancestral home of Liverpool striker. Eritrea's withdrawal has disrupted the balance of the CAF qualifying format, which creates a situation that could indirectly favor the Super Eagles as they chase one of Africa's limited World Cup spots. How Eritrea's withdrawal could help Nigeria. Eritrea pulled out of Group E before the CAF qualifiers began, leaving that group with only 5 teams, while the other 8 groups have 6. To maintain fairness when ranking the best second-place teams, as previously done in 2012, CAF is expected to exclude results against bottom-place teams in the 6-team groups. If that rule is confirmed, Nigeria could benefit. The Super Eagles have dropped valuable points against lower-ranked teams like Zimbabwe and Lesotho, which means that the exclusion of those results would hurt them less than other teams that beat those sides comfortably. Nigeria's position in the World Cup qualifying group. After 8 matches, Nigeria sit third in Group C behind Benin and South Africa, with 11 points. The Super Eagles have struggled for consistency, having drawn Zimbabwe and Lesotho in their first meetings, while their only defeats came against Benin and South Africa, with 2 matches left, away against Lesotho and at home against Benin. Nigeria must win both to stand a realistic chance of topping the group or staying alive in the playoff race. Super Eagles ranking among best second-place teams. Only the 4 best second-place teams across the 9 groups will advance to the CAF playoff stage, which could then lead to an intercontinental playoff. Currently, Nigeria sit far behind Gabon, Madagascar, DR Congo, and Burkina Faso. That position could improve depending on the results of other groups and whether CAF applies the rule to disregard points against the last-place teams. This adjustment could actually play in Nigeria's favor. The Super Eagles drew both matches against Zimbabwe and have taken only 1 point from their first meeting with Lesotho. What this means is that they would lose fewer points under the exclusion rule. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our last news report. Liverpool told to break British transfer record for key stars replacement. Liverpool are interested in signing the Bayern Munich attacker Michael Olise in the coming months, and they will have to pay a substantial amount of money for him. According to Fishages, Liverpool would be willing to offer more than €100 million in order to sign the French international. The 23-year-old has been outstanding for Bayern Munich since joining the club. Michael Olise to replace Salah? He registered 43 goal contributions last season. He is undoubtedly one of the best players in Germany right now. Liverpool are looking at him as a potential replacement for club legend, Mohamed Salah. The Egyptian is showing signs of decline, and they will need to replace him. The French international could be the ideal acquisition. He is a priority target for the Premier League champions, and it remains to be seen whether they are ready to break the bank for him. The report claims that Bayern Munich is demanding around €150 million to let the player leave. It will be interesting to see if Liverpool are willing to pay that kind of money for him. They have paid a similar amount of money for Alexander Isak recently, a British transfer record fee of £125 million. They decided to pay a premium for Florian Wirtz earlier this summer as well. There is no doubt that Liverpool have the resources to pay a premium for Olise, and they have the intention to spend big for the right player as well. The 23-year-old would be an exceptional acquisition for the English club. He knows the Premier League well from his time at Crystal Palace, and he could make an instant impact at Liverpool. The opportunity to move back to England could be exciting for the player as well. It remains to be seen whether Liverpool follows up on their interest with an official proposal in the coming months. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because at LFC Transfer HQ, you'll never walk alone.